All right, you guys, we're back. It's your boy Q, and up next we have Young Thug's Kids Are on a Dark Path. A shout out to Hello Yasin for the video. If you haven't heard, they've actually even recorded a diss song towards Gunna. Enough dilly dallying. We're going to jump right into the video. Again, it's entitled Young Thug's Kids Are on a Dark Path.
What's poppin', y'all? You can imagine the look on my face, probably the look on your face as well, when you're on Instagram, on my Instagram, follow me at HelloYouSeen, and you see that Young Thug's own children are dropping songs and are dissing Gunna. So, I'll play you guys the clip right now. Hopefully this song isn't out. We don't get copyrighted for some 11-year-old's song. We will see. If anything, I'll just mute it.
How the car get swinging that Drake? I got face and damn, I got chase. So press on that glass so I won't leave a trace. This gang, you shine in your face. I smoked it all.
Yo, this is violent.
So that to the face. I'm smoking on high, got shot in the face. And Lodi, you keep switching games, you a lame. And Billy, your son, DL, he changed. And Billy, a rat, he keep leaving state. And Gunna get whacked, can't leave that way. None get smoke right here to the face. The gang gon' never gon' change. What? Smoke right here to the face. He got caught trying to get him a face. These switches shrivel, tilt face. We do not.
Yo, they trying to murk, boy.
Bitch, we don't relate. Yo, what? Switch is not a glitch. They be tripping. It be do glitch. Brrr, be tripping. You try to run, I bet I am the fit. My all be broken for. I guess they gay. Yeah, that's why they hate. Bet that man by hot, cause he got face of diamond. She got chase.
Low key, they are flowing, and better than a lot of these other kid rappers that have been flowing. But the subject matter, holy mackerel, fam. Crazy.
You just heard them teasing the song. They look just like Young Thug,
yeah,
especially the daughter. The daughter looks identical to Young Thug. The sad part about this is, are they flexing ones over there? I think that he's flexing half of it is ones. They're in
they get into it, fam.
very nice bedroom. I mean, they've got some decently high ceilings on here. They've got the TV on the wall. They've got a really nice. I think, is that the velvet? If I'm not mistaken, they've got
that's real quality right there.
The velvet bed frame, the thing that goes up against the wall. Big bed. Those look like silk sheets. Are those silk sheets? I don't know.
2000
but yeah,
count
they've got all that,
sheet.
and they're talking about shooting and ops, and they came at Gunna. They got the flips though. The flips pretzels, those are fire. I think Gunna.
The chocolate ones, those are the OG ones, fam. Vanilla's that's a consolation prize.
His daughter was eating the white chocolate ones. So I've never had those. I just have the regular chocolate. Let me know if y'all had the white chocolate ones. Are those fire? Anyway, she's throwing up gang signs, and she's throwing up the same gang signs that Young Thug was throwing up.
Crazy.
I was like, what the hell? She got them all memorized. Oh yeah, no, there's 4 of them here actually.
People, you got to remember, kids are always watching. You may not think they're always watching, but they always are, and this is. You are who they're getting their like examples on how to be a person, how to be an adult. They're mimicking you, you know? So these are the mannerisms they're going to grow up with and convey and portray when they get older. You can't be surprised when they convey certain things that you showed them. They've been programmed.
It's even, I think it's Thug's other daughter. So it's maybe 4 kids in total. I just saw an appearance from the other one while rewatching this. This just made me hold my head like, oh my goodness. Do they have any idea what their dad is going through? Do they have it? This is, can we expect the King Harris situation?
A state RICO charge. Not a federal RICO charge, but it's pretty bad. But there's a lot of mayhem going in the case, and a lot of like, the prosecution and the judge have really been dropping the ball, doing some like stuff that definitely seems illegal. So at the very least, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a new judge in that case. But yeah, you don't want to be like instigating ops and instigating the feds and stuff like that when your pops is going through an active case.
Situation out of this, and I don't know what will people say now. Oh man, you know, they just hating on Gunna. Their dad hasn't called them to tell them that Gunna's cool yet. Yeah, I just love hearing Gunna fans' new excuse of the week whenever something like this comes out. Now I think
obviously they're hearing things firsthand. It's in their best interest for Gunna to keep making music and keep being successful with it, because honestly, it's probably the only real revenue the label is generating right now. So these cases are expensive. These attorneys' fees are expensive. These guys go and they sell homes and they move certain money around, but like you still want to actively be making money, and Gunna is the guy for him right now. So I'm pretty sure. Obviously, he's coming out and saying, a bunch of people at the label saying, nah, he's good or whatever. But they may, in fact, actually really not like the guy and really resent him. But you don't want to create that strife because he's still making money for you.
Most Gunna fans have fully accepted it right now and are just laying low, staying quiet, and just enjoying his music, as everyone should. But this just goes to show that Young Thug was in these kids' lives. I think they're in Atlanta. He was in Atlanta. He was with them. And
Definitely.
This is what they picked up from him. I'm not saying Young Thug's a bad father or anything,
crazy.
but this is really a testament. And I don't think it's the fact that they're rapping. Because
What they're rapping
look at Lil
about.
Wayne's son. Lil Wayne's son is, 16, 17 right now? He's rapping. He's making music. But he's not acting like this. He's not, as far as I've seen, Wayne's son wasn't throwing up no blood, talking about he a blood, he gang, throwing up gang signs.
He's been very blessed. His father's very successful, and he's living probably in a gated community in a mansion somewhere. So yeah, it would be kind of crazy to see him like rapping about some of the stuff, the street stuff, when you know that's not you.
He's just making music that a lot of these other, like SoundCloud, are they even SoundCloud
He loves
artists?
Playboi Carti.
A lot of these other underground artists
That's his Jay-Z.
are making. And that's cool. Nobody's telling them not to make music. And he's not flexing in the music either. He's just enjoying himself. And he seems like a
spitting
regular
image of his
teenager.
pops.
These kids,
Smile.
however, I would not put them in the same bucket as Lil Wayne's son. Keep in mind, Lil Wayne's son grew up rich. Lil Wayne's son saw Lil Wayne and Birdman, who were really on that blood stuff, at least commercially, and he didn't let that affect him. I would say.
But also, this is the image that they're portraying for the cameras and stuff like that. When Wayne gets home, he's not going to be banging on his son, you know what I mean? He's not going to be throwing sets at like his child at home, you know? So I'm pretty sure they, like I was saying earlier, the stuff that he was doing around the crib, the stuff that really programmed the kid was decent. Seems like he was a good dad, obviously, if the kid's not coming around doing all that wild shit. But like, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. It's like I said, like, your kids are mimicking you, your kids are looking at you, and you're programming them from like the earliest of ages. Just be mindful of that.
Some would say, oh, well, Lil Wayne's daughter was with YFN Lucci, and he's a gang member, allegedly, right? Well, no, I think he took a plea deal. So he's going to be sitting down for a very long time. Yeah, did he take a...
Yeah, but she dropped him, I want to say, right after he got locked up. I'm not mistaken. Definitely let me know in the comments.
I'm pretty sure he took a plea in that RICO. So someone could say that about her, but when it comes to Lil Wayne's son, the guy's been nothing but exemplary from what I've seen. We've never heard of a single problem from him. This is unfortunate. I don't know how this develops, because if you start off like this at such a young age, does it get any better? And the problem is,
young boy on 3000.
Behavior is what they see being rewarded on social media too. So they see all these other rappers that are doing this stuff, and they're like, man, these people are winning. This is who our friends are listening to. This is who our friends think is cool. So us imitating it, there's nothing wrong with it. Versus if this was seen as like, yo, what the hell are you doing? Like, that's not cool. Then they'd be disincentivized to behave in this way. I do gotta say,
if they weren't getting the reaction that they were looking for,
listening to a lot of Young Thug, because they can actually catch the beat. They can flow decently. I mean, the lyrics, they're children.
No, as far as if you were to like substitute the lyrics for something a little more friendly, like family friendly, then they could be out of here. They're actually the pocket they was flowing in is really dope. And as the producer saying that, it's nuts, because yeah, these are like young kids. But yeah, it's just like the subject matter, not only is it like crazy to be talking like that when your pops has an open case, and these are children. These aren't like 16, 17, 18 where you can like you'll get a pass for it.
You can't really expect too much from that, but this isn't bad, and I think it just needs redirecting. So if Young Thug,
who's watching over their social media, is a big thing as well.
Sake, he could really assist them in making some good music for their age group.
I highly
this
agree.
Would be listened to by their age group anyway.
They could
but he
flow.
can assist them and show them the ropes, and hopefully steer them away from making music that is, I wouldn't say evil,
detrimental to their freedom.
That's going to send them down a path towards their father. Because that's really the only place this ends. When you make music like that, you invite certain fans, you invite certain haters, and eventually it leads to a situation where you have to start moving like one of these people. And one of these people, I mean like a criminal, a gang member, even though you may not be. But that's just the...
At the very least, you don't want to manifest that energy around you at all.
Circles that you're moving in. And I definitely don't want that for a bunch of kids, especially ones that grew up well off. Now, the thing people will say is, Man, why are they doing this? They could be doing anything. They're rich kids. Well, they're on social media like every other kid. So what's cool to them? Well, probably Kai Cenat and some rappers.
That too, of course. And their dad to them is probably a hero. Like the dude is super influential in the rap game. A lot of people have taken a lot of his sound for themselves and definitely ran with it and done it really well, you know? But like somebody like a Yeet or Uzi, Uzi obviously coming way before Yeet, but still, that sing-songy auto-tune flow, he really dialed it in. Yeah, that being said, him being their hero, they're gonna want to do this. They've probably seen him recording. They probably see him cooking up, you know. So it's like it almost feels natural for them to do it. It's just the subject matter is wild, especially the timing of it being released. But yeah, it obviously if he were out, honestly, he could probably get them fast tracked, and they probably do really well considering like the talent level of some of these other like artists and rapper kids. Like, and we've heard some of them, and we've heard some of them on stage, and we've also heard the backlash. But these kids definitely seem talented. Definitely seem talented.
So what else are they going to do? I don't even know if these kids think Kai Cenat is cool. Now, if we're going to turn this
Yeah, they might think he's
into
corny.
somewhat of a positive angle, disregarding all of the negative elements of the music that they're making and the lyrics that they're spitting and the little RTs of this world, which
They put
I
a
wouldn't
whole
say they're
video
spawns
together.
of, but they would fall in a similar bucket making this type of music. At least these guys are producing, or these kids are producing something, which I think is cool. There's a lot of consumers now, even adults. You ask most adults in the past year, what have they not contributed but produced? Whether it's music,
Probably
art,
zilch.
writing, anything really, athletics, and
Yeah, I suggest everybody, all you guys, pick up something creative. Like it's a whole nother side of the brain, and it does a lot for you. Not only in creative endeavors, but it's great for your mind. It's great to like sometimes like tune out and get creative, or just you could even use your real life as inspiration. But definitely try something creative. It's dope, super dope. Coming from somebody that makes music, it's like probably one of the most therapeutic things to do. You really zone in, and at the end, you get something like you get something that you created basically almost out of thin air. Like this was seeded in the brain, and you made it real, which is awesome.
they can't think of anything. They've just consumed. They've watched stuff.
Facts.
They pretty much just watch stuff. Yeah, they sit and watch and consume. Watched, ate,
For
and
real.
produce can even be like cooking. Like, hey, did someone cook something new? Did
That's a
someone
creative
bake
outlet as
something
well.
new? Did someone learn something new and put it out there? So these kids at a young age are not consuming. They're not just sitting there watching streamers like bots. They're not just sitting there listening to music all the time. They're thinking, okay, let's make some videos of our own. Let's make some music of our own. Let's write some lyrics of our own.
Yeah,
And
that
let's
was
make a
cool.
little video. And this caught attention. So, of course, it caught attention because they're Young Thug's kids. But in part, their mind state, I would say, there is this positive element of it where they want to put things together
Yeah, aside from the subject matter, it was pretty dope. Really dope.
and create things, which I believe is a really big positive. It's just that it needs to be harnessed a little bit and directed. I wouldn't even say directed in a quote unquote positive direction. I think it just needs to be steered away from destruction. And then they can do
Facts.
whatever they want with it. But let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. Like and subscribe.
Yeah, man. I share the same sentiment. Like the fact that like they're getting creative and they're putting together not just the music but putting a music video together. It shows you that they are talented. Like the flows were pretty good. Hear some of these other rappers kids on the tracks and it's they kind of pale in comparison to even this was probably done by them on like an interface somewhere in their house, you know? Well, who knows? It's not like Young Thug wouldn't have access to a studio in every home he's at. The fact they did that was awesome. The subject matter, obviously, that's the thing that's like, these are kids. But at the end of the day, parents got to remember that, dude, you're the ones who they're modeling their lives after. Like, what are you trying to convey for them to like basically get programmed by? So yeah, definitely always be aware of that. Be aware of what you're putting out and the energy you're putting out and how you're acting in front of like your children because they're like sponge at that age and you can't be surprised when they start acting like you older on and it's honestly at that point it's almost too late to change them. So yeah, definitely set a good example from the start. But I dug it. Thug's kids should definitely at least get spoken to about the subject matter. Keep doing music. 'Cause that's something that they're good at and it seems like something this could be their path. At the very least, it's a dope creative outlet. But yeah, you guys let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think they're on a dark path? What do you guys think about their record, or just apart from the subject matter as well? But definitely hit the like and subscribe button, guys. It does the channel wonders. Thank you guys so much. Honestly, like, the channel's been doing amazing. Let's keep it up, and I hope to see you guys soon.